Today, heaven answers the most hidden questions of all times on how to stop masturbation and why it feels so hard.
God, I don't understand anymore. I've prayed, I've fasted, I've cried until there's nothing left. Masturbation has really dealt with me. It just keeps pulling me back. I hate it, Lord. Every time I promise you I'll stop, I fall again. I've tried deleting everything. I've tried avoiding it. I've even gone for counseling. But after a few days, I will just still see myself doing it. It feels impossible to be free. It's like something stronger than me keeps dragging me there. And I ask myself, am I really saved? Am I too dirty for you to help me? I have masturbated for over 10 years now, Lord. It keeps eating me up. Please, why does it feel like freedom is impossible?
My child, you feel powerless because you are fighting what you see, but not what sits behind what you see. The act you hate is only the fruit. The root is deeper. When Adam fell, every human inherited a nature that bends toward pleasure instead of purpose. That nature does not die easily. It must be crucified daily. Each time you indulge, your mind builds a pathway, a stronghold, and sin begins to live there like a tenant. That is why it feels stronger than prayer that is only spoken but not lived. You call it a habit, but in the spirit it has become an altar. Every repetition is a sacrifice that keeps the altar alive. And altars answer with power until they are torn down. You ask, why is it harder after repentance? Because sin, when confessed, loses its cover. But when you go back, you give the enemy legal right again. My word says when an unclean spirit goes out, it returns and finds the house empty, swept, and garnished. Then it takes 7 more spirits worse than itself. That is why the battle feels 7 times heavier after every fall.
God, I don't understand anymore. I've confessed over and over, but this thing just won't leave me. Sometimes I feel like I'm fighting a shadow that lives inside me. For 10 years, I have just been repenting and still seeing myself doing it. Since I fell into this habit, everything around me started dying. My business keeps failing, doors keep closing. People turn away from me even when I try my best. Can masturbation really destroy a person's life like that? Is this why everything I touch falls apart? Or is it just me? Because I have ever since this, nothing works out for me again. Can masturbation have a hand in my failure?
My child, your hands are not cursed, but they have become weary. Sin does not only stain, it drains. It drains your focus, your strength, your confidence. You call it a habit, but I see a chain, one forged by desire and guilt, pulling your heart in 2 directions. Each time you hide in shame, your spirit grows quieter. Each time you promise me change but return without healing, you wound your own hope. And when hope grows weak, even your labor begins to feel empty. This is not a punishment, it is a principle. When the soul carries secret burdens, it cannot lift its hands freely to build. When guilt sits on the heart, even success tastes bitter. Remember what I said in John 15:5. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Not because I curse your efforts, but because any sign separates you from the flow of strength that comes from me.
Lord, please, I just want to be free. Tell me, how do I stop this once and for all? I've tried everything, from advice from different pastors, sermons, and book. Yet after few days I still see myself doing it again. Sometimes I think, maybe you understand. Maybe it isn't such a big sin since it's not a normal fornication with an opposite gender. But then the guilt eats me alive. If someone lives right in every other way but still falls here, what happens to them? Do you see it the same as fornication? How about I try to live right in all other aspects of life? Can masturbation alone send me to hell?
My daughter, I do not look at a single act apart from the heart behind it. The struggle you face is not just physical, it is spiritual, emotional, and learned. It thrives in secrecy, isolation, and shame. But I did not create you to live in chains of secrecy. The reason it feels impossible to stop is because your mind keeps feeding the desire. You're fighting. You cut the branches, but leave the roots. Every image, thought, and memory that you entertain becomes a seed. And what you water in silence will always grow in secret. Do not only pray against the act, renew the mind that desires it. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Fill your eyes with light, and darkness will lose its place. And remember this, I do not count your worth by your failures, but by your repentance. When you fall, come back quickly. Do not hide. Sin wins only when it convinces you to run away from me. You ask if this can destroy your soul. It can wound it. Yes, if you stop seeking healing, masturbation is a doorway that will bring in many sins that will finally damn your soul. But if you keep turning back to me, my grace is stronger than your weakness. You are not defined by the battle. You are defined by whom you let fight for you.
Jesus.
Children of the earth, listen, you think this sin is small. You think it is hidden. But masturbation and all lust feeds a fire that begins in the heart and spreads through the soul. It blinds the eyes, weakens the spirit, and closes the ears to my voice. You say it harms no one, but I tell you it kills the purity that connects you to me. It reshapes your mind until you crave pleasure more than holiness, fantasy more than truth. It is written, if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off, for it is better to lose one thing than for your whole body to be thrown into destruction. Every time you fall, you feed a spirit that binds tighter. But every time you fight, you starve it. Do not feed what seeks to destroy you. You ask how to stop. Stop feeding your mind with lustful images. Stop being idle, for idleness invites temptation. Fast and renew your spirit with my word. Confess your weakness to me daily, not once, not twice, but until your heart becomes clean. Guard your eyes, for what the eye sees, the flesh desires. Do not walk alone. Surround yourself with those who love righteousness. Replace your moments of weakness with prayer and service. The spirit grows stronger only when the flesh is denied. I do not condemn you, but I warn you. Continual indulgence without repentance brings spiritual death. For if you live according to the flesh, you will die. But if by the Spirit you put to death the deeds of the body, you will leave. Today I call you back. My grace still reaches you, but not forever. Mercy speaks now before judgment arrives. Choose this day whom you will serve, the cravings of your body or the purity of your soul. If you are not ashamed of me in public, comment, Jesus, please deliver me from all addictions of the enemy. Like and share this message so the light of my word will reach more souls. Subscribe to this channel to continue hearing my true word. May my unending grace continue to see you through all the days of your life.